Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Ann Bauer. One Northwest Arkansas city is looking to the future. It played host to a new film festival this year and is becoming increasingly well known for its trendy culinary scene. But the city of Bentonville wants to take steps today to ensure growth 5, 10, 20 years down the road. And that's where Fox 24's Justine Ward is tonight. She joins us now live. Good evening, Justine. Justine, thank you. Well, if you live in Fayetteville, you may have come home today to find one of these flyers on your doorstep. It calls attention to smoke testing happening right now in neighborhoods across South Fayetteville. The tests are being conducted to pinpoint openings in the city's sewer system. RJN, the group conducting the tests, will begin work about 48 hours after handing out the flyers. Now, during the process, smoke will be billowing from the vent pipes on the top of homes. Now, this is normal, but if you see smoke inside your home, it could indicate a defect in your pipes, and the potential exists for dangerous sewer gases to enter your home. So if you have any questions or any concerns, you can call the number on your screen, which we also have posted on our website. Well, Bentonville's police chief tells Fox 24 News tonight that a former deputy, Jason Wood, is under investigation. Chief Simpson says the department launched an investigation today, but would not provide further details about the nature of that investigation. When asked whether it was criminal in nature, Chief Simpson said, "We won't know until it's looked into." Of course, we will follow that developing story for you. A Fayetteville man will spend 5 years behind bars on a child porn conviction. Investigators arrested Paul Heap in January of last year after they say his computer was downloading child porn from the internet. He pleaded guilty to receiving child pornography in June and was sentenced in federal court today. Federal prosecutors say Heap must also serve 5 years of supervised release. Asylum Springs woman promised her baby to multiple families, and now she's going to jail. Deputies say Molita Elkar signed adoption agreements with 2 sets of parents, receiving thousands of dollars from the families to support her pregnancy. One of the couples did adopt that child. Investigators say the other couple then discovered Elkar gave the baby to someone else just days after she delivered. She pleaded guilty to defrauding a prospective adoptive parent. She'll spend 30 days in jail and must pay the family $10,000 in restitution. A Springdale man is behind bars today after police say he tried to kill his wife by dousing her and their entire home with gasoline. According to a police report, officers responded to a domestic disturbance at a home on Robin yesterday. That's where they say they found Edmund Linka in his doorway holding a steak knife with other knives in his pockets. Authorities also noticed a strong smell of gasoline. Police say Linka admitted to pouring gas on his wife and every room of their home in an effort to kill her and himself. He now faces multiple felony charges, including attempted capital murder. A Eureka Springs firefighter critically injured on the job is receiving $10,000 to help his recovery. Rod Wasson received the donation at the fire department Monday. The department says Wasson's air pack malfunctioned while fighting a fire last month, which deprived him of air and allowed smoke to enter his face mask. Wasson was hospitalized for several weeks with severe respiratory burns. He will require outpatient rehabilitation to regain his strength and lung function. The department is now replacing all face masks and starting an equipment replacement program. We're going to check in with Dan for a peek at our weather. Governor Asa Hutchinson in Cuba talk and trade. Representatives of World Trade Center Arkansas and the Cuban Chamber of Commerce signing an agreement to promote trade at a meeting in Havana. Hutchinson highlighted that Arkansas businesses are ready to build trade opportunities with Cuba now that the embargo is lifted, saying cooperation from Capitol Hill is crucial. Hutchinson is the first governor to visit Cuba after the reopening of the U.S. Embassy in Havana in August. Well, it looks like the government is staying open for business, at least for now. A short-term funding bill is now in the works, but the drama is so far from over. Conservatives still furious over secretly recorded Planned Parenthood tapes. They're threatening to cut off federal money to the group. But all this as the president of the organization testified on Capitol Hill today. Joel Waldman has the story from Washington. Facebook feeds filling up with warnings. If you've seen the privacy threats, don't take action just yet. What you need to know in just 3 minutes. You may have seen your Facebook feed just littered with posts from friends warning of privacy invasions, while Facebook says they're simply privacy hoaxes making the rounds yet again. One claims to be a legally binding agreement to protect the copyright of your pictures and profile info. The other claims to let you pay a subscription fee to make sure your posts stay private. Facebook says its social media site is free and users own the photos and the content that they post on the site. I think it's time.
Yeah.
It's almost October.
It is. It is time, and I can tell you it's not going to be warm for that Razorback game in Tennessee
Really?
either. Yes. That's initial predictions in the 40s for kickoff.
Ooh.
And rainy and cold.
Good thing I have a Razorback fleece.
There you go.
All right,
I got
Dan.
a Snuggie.
I bet you do. A semi-truck overturned today south of Oklahoma City, and its spill really stung. The truck was carrying honeybees, and they were loose in Garvin County along Interstate 35. At one point, bees swarmed several emergency vehicles. Southbound traffic was actually backed up for miles while crews worked to round up the insects. The roadway has since been cleared. The truck driver, by the way, was injured in that crash. As the United Nations General Assembly draws to a close, the United States now has a better understanding of Russia's efforts to fight ISIS in Syria and beyond. Kevin Cork reports tonight from New York City. They are seemingly everywhere, but how do you get rid of them? We take a look inside the creepy, crawly world of webworms next. It has been quite the conversation on our Facebook page. Local tree services and residents overwhelmed this week with calls to remove those really unsightly webworms. It's a type of caterpillar that makes a home and a meal out of our trees. Fox 24's Ben Klein spoke with an expert who says the best way to get rid of them is to wait it out. But if you can't wait, there are some ways to remove them safely. Well, Dr. Stevens says when the webworms are this mature, most pesticides actually won't even have an effect. He says the best time to treat for webworms is when they are still in the larvae stage, early summer or spring. Well, we are your local election headquarters, and a new poll shows Hillary Clinton would beat Donald Trump in a general election matchup if the election were held today. According to the NBC News Wall Street Journal survey, Clinton would beat Trump 49 to 39% in a head-to-head race. Among the poll's other findings, Clinton would be neck and neck with other GOP contenders, including Carly Fiorina, Ben Carson, and Jeb Bush. And Bill Clinton speaking out tonight about the state of the race and the impact of the email controversy surrounding his wife's candidacy. We're going to turn to sports. Arkansas looking to snap a losing streak at Tennessee. Let's hope so. Drew Ammon in the house of the Razorback Nation. Let's say it ain't so. What happened the last 3 weeks? Changing their tune tonight. Drew, thank you so much. Well, we had beautiful weather to kick off this fall, but will you have a wet weekend to worry about? Chief Meteorologist Dan Scott has your forecast when Fox 24 News at 9 continues. I don't want to be talking freezing already, Dan.
Okay,
well,
all you got to do is
talk fall colors.
Yeah.
Leave it at that.
Just think about the studio.
Yeah, it is freezing in here. We're all like this.
Yes.
Well, with NASA working on sending mankind to Mars and a host of private companies getting into the space game, there's been a resurgence along Florida's so-called Space Coast. Phil Keating is at the Kennedy Space Center with more. Buried alive, how a sidewalk was paved over a pregnant dog and what concerned citizens did to rescue her. That story ahead. We know cats have 9 lives, but we found a dog that has at least 2. People heard a dog barking from under the sidewalk. Repair workers in Russia had paved over a stray dog while fixing a collapsed sidewalk. But as Jeannie Rose explains, neighbors came to the rescue. Did you see her wagging her tail?
Oh, no.
Sweet thing.
She was so happy.
Sweet thing.
Let's check out our hashtag NWA pick of the day. There's a little bit of fog in the area this morning.
Yeah, it was foggy at my house.
Could see a little bit as well. There's the geese and Rogers, too. Uh-oh, geese flying south.
It's fall.
What does that mean? Temperature's dropping.
All right, sweet friends. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful night.